Hello, welcome to a Front Porch Talk. Tonight I'm going to be talking to you about Bigfoot and the White Thang. Those of you who don't know what the White Thang is, it's almost similar to Bigfoot. And it is known in the state of Alabama. The White Thang has been seen through most of the state, and it has been seen throughout the years by different people. They say it screams like a woman. They say that it stands up 7 feet tall. It hops like a rabbit, got ears like a rabbit. But when it stands up 7 feet tall. Can you imagine being out in your own yard and this thing coming up to you and all of a sudden it stands up 7 feet tall and screaming like a woman? What would you do? I'll tell you what I would do. I would use the bathroom all over myself, I bet. I will leave a trail behind both ways. I'm telling you. There will be a trail left behind. Or I'll probably pass out and the thing get me and have me for supper, because being my luck, if it's at night, it would have caught something a few hours and ate a possum or a chicken on its way for a snack. And then when it got to me a few hours later, I became supper. And it made me its dinner and made a stew out of me or barbecued me one. I don't feel like being some beast's dinner. I don't know about you. I don't want to be no din-din. I got enough issues of my own to have to deal with something like this. Do you think the White Thang could be related to Bigfoot? Is Bigfoot, the White Thang, and an ape, are they all three related? Could they be like brothers and sisters? Maybe separated somehow over the years? Maybe they're related somewhere down the line, like cousins instead of brothers and sisters, maybe cousins. Where could these things come from? And how can people say they're myths? How can people be skeptical and say they're wise tales? Nobody's seen nothing like this. And there's been proof and scientific proof that these things did not even exist. They've done DNA samples from stuff on the ground like fur, where people said this is where it was, and the fur comes back being a dog or a cat or something else instead of this beast or the creature that was told it was seen. It's like living in a horror movie, where in the horror movie people don't believe the wise tales or these myths that someone's telling them about these creatures. And then next thing you know, they're coming face to face in them in these movies, and they're getting killed just because they would not believe. They would not listen to what they could face. Do you want to be one of those? When you actually come face to face with them? How can all these people through a state in several different counties and cities talk about saying the exact same thing and be called a myth or a hoax? Whatever you want to call it. How can you say that about all these people? When there's reports going in to the police departments, to the newspapers, and whatever else it gets reported to. But here's my thing. Why does not the military get involved in this like they do with the UFO and alien sites? Why is it when BigFoot or any creature or this white thing is seen and reported, the military or nobody from the government gets involved? What's your opinion on that? I'll tell you mine. They know that these things are there, but they don't want people to be in an uproar because they know if they come and investigate this, that it's going to make it look like the aliens and UFOs really do exist. The two men in black that showed up at the people's doorsteps from Roswell, New Mexico, from that crash site, that threatened the people of what they seen to keep their mouths shut, don't even get involved in BigFoot or the White Thang or any other creature that could be seen. And where are these creatures and beasts at? I believe they're held in captivity. Could they be at Area 51 where the aliens are? When BigFoot is sighted and reported, or any other beast and creatures, when all these get reported, does our government actually come around and search them out and know how to track them down and get them and put them in captivity and take them to Area 51 and keep them hid where they can't escape? Did they just disappear on their own? Have we invaded their home just as well? A lot of these creatures and beasts people are saying they've seen, I don't think is a myth or a hoax. I believe it is real. And I believe our government knows about this, but they won't let it be known. So they have to have other ways of capturing these beasts and creatures that people are seeing and reporting in. But then they turn around and say they done this investigation and this is what it really turned out to be, for it never was true. But they don't want to make a big deal on these things because they don't want to tell off on themselves, for people will get more suspicious. Well, if you're getting involved in this and coming around, and you got involved with the UFOs and aliens, well, why? Then that could be true. For if they captured BigFoot and was brought through where everybody could see, or any beast or creatures, that would tell off on what's really out here. So they tried to push everything off to the side of all these creatures and let people think it was a myth, it was just a hoax. Nobody's seen any of this. I still believe that they're in captivity and they're on Area 51 or somewhere else that our government does not want the public to know anything about. I'm a big believer that these things do exist. Too many people have seen, too many pictures out here has been taken with them. And you can say it can be photoshopped. Well, you may be right, but I disagree with you, because why would anybody want to Photoshop something like that? It's a lot of these things do exist. Could it also be that our government was doing an experiment, and it was an experiment that went wrong, and these beasts and creatures had escaped? So when the reports start coming in, they try to go out, they send certain people out to find these creatures and beasts. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe that's where they come from. Maybe it was an experiment went wrong. Where is Bigfoot at? Where is the White Thang at? Where are all these other creatures? Whereabouts in captivity could they be? Think about it. And if you like what you saw, please leave a comment, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe and send to your family and friends. Thank you.